Well, according to the Observer, there are a few other newcomers on their way into the WWF. I've got it here. John Paul Levesque will be starting as soon as his no compete clause expires, which should be mid May. He was at WrestleMania Fan Festival, as were Chris Candido and Tammy Fitch. Levesque, of course, is Triple H, who would be coming into the company with the Connecticut Blue Blood gimmick. Do you have any recollection of the first time you would have crossed paths with him?
Yeah, well, like when he first came in, yeah, and nobody really knew him. I remember him. I can't remember what show it was. It was whether it was just a house show or a regular show or a TV. But I still remember the first time I met him, and I got along with Paul from the beginning. You know, uh, I liked his gimmick. You know, I mean, again, it's kind of like the arrogant, the arrogant thing. I mean, it was similar in some ways to mine because I
It
was,
was.
yeah.
It was.
I mean, I was an arrogant, aloof sob, if you will.
Yeah, like the guy who's rich and thinks that he's above everybody, and like
Yeah, right, right.
he's got that really big nose, and he would like turn it up in the air,
Yeah,
and it was
yeah, yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, right out of the gate, are you like, okay, this guy's kind of got what it takes, or was he is still a little bit too early to tell at that point?
Uh, you know, I saw I saw talent for sure, but ultimately, as he progressed, I guess I was like pleasantly, I guess, shocked to see how he did grow. I mean, and how he came to be. I mean, then he just got, uh, he went to the top, and he deserved it.
Pretty incredible watching his rise over
Yeah,
the years, and then
yeah.
I mean, now look at him now. He's risen through the ranks on a corporate level now, which is pretty
Yeah.
incredible.
Well, yeah. I mean, how do you do any better than marrying the boss's daughter?
He did all right. Is there anyone in this era that Ted would have liked to see join the $1 million corporation, or someone that he pushed to join but just never happened?
It's you guys. I need a little grace here. I'm almost 70 years old, and
Well, if I can suggest somebody, how about the newly arriving Hunter Hearst Helmsley? That kind of feels like a fit, right?
oh yeah, if I could have got him. And of course, that's the other thing about Paul. It was like I don't know that anybody really, when he first started, saw what he was going to become.
No.
I mean, I think Paul did a real good job of coming of age and shocking everybody. He did a hell of a job, you know,
Yes, yes, he
and
did.
and ended up being one of the greatest workers we've ever had.
I know, at the time, I kind of look at him like, okay, he's like, he's a mid card guy, like Intercontinental Champion guy, but he continually evolved his
Oh,
character,
oh, oh, absolutely.
and it made him a star.
Absolutely, and I tell you the other thing where I give him a lot of credit. I mean, like, um, you know, um, I'd hate that. I would have hated to go to Vince McMahon and say, Vince, I'm marrying your daughter. You're fired.
My
But
God.
no, but I'm just joking there. But just in general, I know, like last year, uh, they had me go down to NXT and do that thing with Cameron Grimes because apparently Cameron had legitimately made a lot of money in the stock market, because he
Oh,
follows the stock market, and so he legit made a bunch of money, and they said, man, well, let's have a little story here about him trying to. He starts to act like me now, right? And he's
yep.
doing all this stuff, and so they had me come in, and he goes and he buys this diamond bezeled watch and or this really nice expensive Rolex. And I come up behind him and I go, nice watch, kid. Then I hold up the diamond bezeled watch and go, but it's not $1 million watch. I laugh and walk away. So anyway, we did 2 or 3 weeks like that. It went a little longer than they anticipated, uh, because it got over. That's where I kind of, now I'm seeing Triple H as the boss. He's the guy running NXT every week, and and he's coming and going from from Stanford, and it's like it's like, wow, man. I don't think he even ever envisioned, when he married into the family, that, I don't know, maybe he did, but I just applaud him because he did a hell of a job.
Unbelievable.
I mean, the guys. There's a lot of while I was there, the period of time that I was there, I watched a lot of guys that I saw potential in, and and eventually they started moving them up, and they've done well. And so again, I give credit to Triple H for a lot of hard work, man.